Hello and welcome to this backwards compatible comics review. Today we're looking at Tomb Raider number 13 from Dark Horse Comics. This comic is written by Rhianna Pratchett, pencils by Derlis Santacruz, inks by Andy Owens, colours by Atiyeh, and there's quite a lot of other people making it all together. Now obviously Tomb Raider is a franchise property, so Crystal Dynamics obviously have a say in I think what's going on. Now Rhianna Pratchett wrote Rhianna Pratchett. So he wrote the last Tomb Raider game, and so for me, to be honest, it was brilliant. I loved the game, and when I found out that she'd be writing the series, I was quite excited. Not gonna lie, I found the story pretty compelling in the game, so it was quite a nice, I think, nice little coup for them to get her on. The series before was being written by Gail Simone, and I'm not going to say it was bad. I think it was pretty good. I quite enjoyed the first episode, but it did seem to, I don't know, it lacked a little bit of Lara-ness. I know that sounds a bit weird, but it just seemed kind of, I don't know, it wasn't really grabbing me. So obviously with this new series, I'm going to be taking a look to see what's worth jumping on. Now this is the first episode of the new arc, first issue, so it does follow on from the previous, but you can come into this cold, and I think the story pretty much you'll pick up straight away. You will miss who the main players are, but I think after a few minutes, I think you'll catch on to it after reading it once easily, I think, if not twice. So the story basically is revolving around Lara's continuing struggles, and it all comes back to the island at Atiyeh, and it ties in quite nicely. Now there are a couple of things that I'm a little bit unsure about. Firstly, the imagery. Now I like the fact that there's a load of motion in this comic. As you're reading it, it feels very fluid and it feels like it moves. The only thing I'm a little bit unsure about is the faces of the characters. It just feels like they're very much, they're over photorealistic, but they just don't seem to be consistent throughout the title, and that's kind of a bugbear of mine. Again, Lara, does she really look Lara-ish is always a difficult thing, but again, I don't mind if they stick to one facial style, but it does seem to waver a little bit between panels, so that unfortunately is a bit of a as you can see Lara there running along, and that is a bit, for me, a bit of a downfall of the issue. But the backgrounds, as you can see, are quite nice and lavish. That's the British Museum, which again does look pretty good, and that's what I mean. It's just quite, I think that the panels there show the three different faces all coming through, and it just looks, I don't know, there's something about it which I'm not quite grabbing onto. But I think the story's got, looks like it has legs. It looks like it's going to be quite exciting, that mixture between real world fear and, you know, that little touch of mysticism that Tomb Raider is quite well known for. So am I saying this is a series to follow? Probably, actually. It seems quite strong, but I do think that again, the art might be soft to put some people off, but if you can get over that, and I think this preview does a good job of showing the different visual different visual styles that you see of Lara. But I think that is the one thing that for me is holding it back a little bit. But other than that, I think it's a really good, strong first showing from Pratchett, and I think it's something that we could pretty much go on from there. So thank you very much for watching. Take care, happy reading, and good night.